So we're dropping that good information today, y'all, about the brand new legendary character, the brand new breaker, Scorpion. We got the Scorpion breaker character. We're going to be looking at how we get him unlocked. Now, I know what a lot of people are saying. Hey, Gid, we already knew that Scorpion breaker was coming to the game, man. The data miners were already breaking that stuff down. They're already telling us about he's going to be used in the upcoming stuff, and that's good, man. That's good. We got the information out there. We're getting hyped, right? We're getting thirsty for what the new character in the new chapter is going to bring. And we got to keep it real. Let's just be honest here, y'all. We knew, right? We knew that chapter 2, it was going to be Scorpion. Looks a lot like Scorpion. We got that movie Spider-Man Brand New Day. So it needs to be recognizable. People need to know. They need to get excited. They need to see it and relate that Spider-Man character to that Spider-Man villain, Scorpion. That's what Marvel Strike Force wants. So as people come to the game, they're going to be hyped up. Now, the thing is, what we don't know is what he looks like, right? We saw Shadow there, it's blanked out. We don't know what he looks like. Bam! Hey, my man, what it look like? Do you like the version of the character, right? I'd like to, if you know that movie reference, hit me in the comments below. You got to have some time on to know about that one. You got to have some time on to know about that one. Hey, my man, what it look like? But I like the version of the character, right? It looks a little different. It looks like they made some modifications. He doesn't look exactly like the silhouette. The silhouette kind of looked like he has some fur going, and he doesn't really have that. He's a lot more sleek, right? Hey, my man, what it look like? He's a lot more sleek. And he's got this energy. I mean, it's looking kind of dope, man. It's looking kind of dope. I'm really curious to see what he's going to be like. There's a lot of detail, intricacy in the armor. Hey, my man, what it look like? I like it. There's a lot of detail in the armor. I like the hammer. It's a really interesting take on that kind of thing. And so I want to know what you think about the character, right? I want to know what you think about the character. He looks good. Are you ready to get after his unlock event? Now, one more thing, right? I don't know what he does. I don't have information about his kid. I don't know what he does. But what I do know is this. I do know that we got to take a minute to welcome Mario ABFCS to the crew. He's the newest member of the channel. And if you got a bunch of letters in your name like that, I'm only going to assume that he's a doctor, right? We just can call him Dr. Mario. You got a bunch of letters in your name. I'm only going to assume that he's got to be a doctor. So welcome to the channel. The newest member, outstanding. Now, here's the thing. Here's what we know. We do know that there are 10 nodes that we're going to have to go through, 10 missions in order to unlock Scorpion. Okay, that much we know. Now, this is serious business. People are like, well, I already knew that, kid. We already knew that. Well, but hey, man, there is more information here. There's some stuff that you probably didn't know. And we need to dive into that serious business. We got to dive into it and break it down to make sure we're prepared to get the best score possible. Shabam. So here it is. Here is the nodes and the requirements all spelled out for us. So let's go ahead and get into what we're looking at. We know we got four difficulty levels, right? Beginner, normal, hard, and Omega. Okay. No restrictions in node 1 all the way down. That's pretty dope, but it's restrictions on, I don't know if that's all the way across. Looking down there on Omega, I don't know if that's all the way across. It's saying 110, baby. It's saying 110 is required. So I don't know if that's 110 or if that's going to be all the way across, bro. I do not think that that's free to play friendly. We're going to have to see about this. Oh yeah, man. Spender Alliance, they're chilling just like this. They're like, yeah, we about to put these cats up to 110. Right, our girl, she's getting hyped. She's powering up her amazing Avengers right now. Level 110, maybe even gear tier 21, bro. Maybe even gear tier 21. See, because cats thought they were just going to skip around that, right? They just thought they was going to skip. And we ain't got to power them Avengers up. We don't have to put, there's no reason to put any power in our Exalted X-Men, right? They just thought they was going to skip on by. But Scopely said, no, bro, you got to put some power. You're going to have to put some power into this if you want the next legendary character. So as we look back at the requirements, we see Exalted X-Men, we see Amazing Avengers, and we see we're going to need them both, perhaps at node number 10. So node 2, X-Men, 6, Avengers, 10, both. And again, if it's that Omega section, I'm not sure if it's all the way across. They talking about 110, man. So that might not be free to play friendly, but hey, that don't mean you're not going to get them unlocked. maxing them out might be reserved for the spender tier. We'll have to see. And we'll just have to get him the second or third time around, man. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We'll unlock him early, but as far as stacking his power, it might take us a couple more times to be able to do that. Now, here's the thing that's nuts. You got to look at these other restrictions, right? What are the other requirements that are here? We need Spider-Verse, bio, and non-mythic cosmic characters, okay? There's a little bit more going on there. I suggest you look at these traits. Let's go ahead and peek at them, man. There's a little bit more going on there than might meet the eye. All right, let's take a look at the Spider-Verse trait. And right off the bat, what we're looking at, Quicksilver, Symbiote, and Venom. That's the one I'm working on right now. They're also members of the Symbiote 6. But we know, right, if we're just thinking ahead, they're also bio characters. So if we need Spider-Verse twice and we need bio twice, that would be 4 nodes that we would need that one team on. And so I don't think that's going to cut it, right? We're probably going to have to break that up. They are a good team. They're a great team, but they're an arena team. Cooldowns, healing, right? It's not necessarily made for sustain. It's made for, punching people in the mouth. So it's just something we got to think about. We could probably get some use out of them, but we got to think about where that's going to happen. Other options that we have that's looking us in the face is the Insidious 6. Okay, they're still pretty high up from what I built. I'm just going about what I built. You got to check yours. I'm just going about what I built. Insidious 6, and there were some data mines that seemed like they called the Insidious 6 out, so maybe there'll be some buffs for them. I don't know. I haven't seen anything more right now than what you've seen, so I don't know, but even if not, they're probably a good option because they're a raid team. We'll try check them out. They're a raid team, meaning they have sustain, they can heal, things of that nature. That usually makes teams like that good choices. Just some other characters we got off the top. We got Silver Sable. We got Spider-Man, right? So people have him. If you got new people coming to the game, we have Spider Society. Now, I'm not telling you to build Spider Society. If you're new, they just hand you these characters. They give you tokens. So it means they just give you the characters at a certain power level. And that might be sufficient. That might be what you use. We'll have to find out. You got your Spider-Man going as well. And then, of course, at the bottom here, we do indeed have Spider-Woman Julia. But she is an Avenger, right? She's one of the amazing Avengers. So we don't want to be using those characters because we need them in other nodes, right? As we look through, depending on the strength of your roster, if you see anything amazing here that stands out, let me know. I don't see anything super amazing. If you've been playing a while, maybe Void Knight comes in handy, right? Maybe we can use some of the other Sinister 6 members. Silver Sable is a good character as well, so maybe we can mix and match a little of that. But as far as the Spider-Verse, it looks like we're kind of going to be leaning into the Insidious 6, maybe the Sinister 6 characters, sprinkle in maybe a Void Knight, maybe a Silver Sable, and worst case scenario, we'll have to default to our Symbiote 6, but I'm afraid, again, we can't use them in 4 nodes. That might be a little bit too much. The next qualifier that we had to have is bio. So we're going to need them for 2 nodes. And once again, this might be where that Symbiote 6 shines. There are a lot of bio characters there. We've been building them up. We know there's a bio shortage. That might be where it shines. In addition to that, you'll notice that we have the Fantastic Four MCU. Another great team. So they might be viable there as well if you put some time in. Fantastic Four MCU, probably going to come in handy. We see Hulk over there, right? And here's the interesting thing. So we got Hulk. We got Brawn down here. Okay. So all of the Gamma characters, I believe, are bio, including, if we head all the way down to the bottom there, the Maestro, right? And some of us, not me, I got a long way to go. As you see, 110 out of 310, I got a long way to go. But some people will be unlocking him I'm assuming while this event perhaps is still in play. Maybe not the first time through, but while the event is still in play, there are people that will be unlocking him. So maybe they got a cool little bio team that they can use, right? Handing out to the spenders. Blue Marble, that might be something we could use. He's becoming more attainable for us, even on the free-to-play side. I don't have mine unlocked yet, but he's an option, man. He's out there. He's somebody we might be able to flex in. You also have the Undying team, which I don't do wizards and zombies and stuff like that. So my Undying team is sitting on the bench. You have, let's see here. Oh, he got the Super Scroll. I mean, he's a little bit dated. He might be able to help us out. Just something to think about while we're powering people up. And in addition, we also saw the Sentry, right? We saw the Sentry. So they changed the requirements. Go ahead and get him if you haven't got him already. They changed the requirements. He might come in handy here. We don't know. We'll have to see if there's some special incentives. If there's some Cosmic Crucible tags, you definitely will come in handy. But he's a strong character, right? And if the diamonds, again, this is not be for the first time through, but once they start giving us diamonds for this guy, he's going to definitely get stronger. We saw Jeff the Land Shark. We see that he is a good character, right? We learned about him during the Mighty Blade Tower, so he's a good character. He might come in handy. We have some of the champions. So depending on where you are in this, we do have the champions as another bio team. With 4 members, all their functionality isn't there. Most of it is. You don't have Moon Girl. Most of what is going to be done can still be done with 4 members. And again, maybe this is just to help you get partway through or help you do one node. Don't build anything extra. We're just pointing out things that you might use depending on where you are in the game. Thunderbolts are a bio raid team. Lady Bullseye, it doesn't count there, but the rest of them do if you got them built up and you're getting them Thunderbolt diamonds. Again, we don't know. We'll have to see if there's raid text or something that's involved. If so, that's something that can help us get through another node if we need additional help. Let's not forget about Blastar there. We also got Gore. If we can do something to augment our symbiotes, maybe rotate some of those cats in and out so we're not using all of our symbiote 6. We'll see what we got to do, man. We got to get through 2 nodes of this. It looks like the straightforward answer is Fantastic Four MCU and Symbiote 6. And if we need some help, there's a lot of extra teams that we just mentioned there to augment our progress. All right, now this trait right here is going to be one that might cause us a little bit of problems. We got Cosmic, right? So we got Cosmic. We're just going to add that to the list and make sure it says and. It's not or, it's and. So we got Cosmic, we got Mystic, and they have to be non-mythic, right? Mythic and Mystic. We got Mythic, right? So we'll just add that, and it's going to say and, which is going to eliminate a bunch of our dudes. But we just going to click on it again, right? So people are saying, hey, man, it's not working no matter what. You just click on the name again, bro. Just click on the name again. In this case, we're going to remove out the Mystic. This is what we got. Okay, this is going to be some stuff right here, man. So we got Quasar, we got Surfer Breaker. We can see right off the bat, null. So again, if we're using our Symbiote 6, null, right? That could be a lot of use of null. We got to protect him to make sure he stays alive throughout the event, right? Kahori's on there. Sylvie and Thanos. Thanos got a big bump. Being on the Shadow Conclave, he got a big bump. We see our Doctor Strange. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, we got some demon spawn down there. Not for me, but we got Health Radiant and Satana down there. If you find that helpful, not for me. But there are some members of the Omen team, right? We got Ronan. We got Ronan hanging out here. If you're on Omen, I do not have Omen built. And then there's Ebony Maw. And then we saw Surfer Breaker. So there's 3 pieces of the Omen team, and we're gonna have to tinker with it, y'all. There's a lot of Asgardians. Maybe, hopefully, there'll be some type of Asgardian buff. That would be dope if there was some kind of Asgardian buff. Otherwise, man, it's gonna be interesting. To see what kind of thing we could do to put that together, because we're going to need them on 2 nodes. So I don't know if we have to manufacture 2 teams or we can manufacture 1 team that's going to get through all of it. But this is going to be very, very interesting. So what are your thoughts concerning the next legendary event? We're going to be featuring Scorpion Breaker. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to see what kind of teams we're going to build. It looks like it's relatively straightforward, but to get a higher score, we might have to do some mixing and matching. We definitely want to give a shout out to Mario ABFCS. Appreciate you, brother, for being a member of the channel. Again, what do you think this event is going to be like? What do you think his abilities are? Because I have no idea what the guy actually does. Are you excited to get into chapter 2 of the Age of Fear? I'm looking forward to it, man. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and your family. It's hot out there. The air is funny and weird. Check on your elderly in the community. Make sure that they're okay. Be cool, man. Peace.